Hello, I'm Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney Dan Laren, here once again with the case of the week. Last week we talked about Western movies and how we had some cases that were similar to that particular type of cinema. This week I'm going to talk about another sort of movie, and that is organized crime. Criminal syndicates, things like Ocean's 11, Goodfellas, of course, The Godfather. In the movies, groups of criminals that are working together to commit high-tech heists are always very impressive. We see them stealing millions of dollars from casinos, scrambling up and down the sides of buildings, sliding down zip lines and climbing up elevator shafts. In the real world, the usual suspects are generally not that impressive. This case is a real-world criminal syndicate. It involves a crew of 7 people that got together to steal metal spikes, plates, and other items from a railroad scrapyard here in Fayette County. Now, this case began with some alert work by a patrol officer in August of 2010. Lexington patrol officers effected a traffic stop. They found a pickup truck that didn't have any lights that were working. They talked to the driver, the other 2 people involved, but in the back of the pickup truck they found 18 barrels of railroad spikes, and this raised the patrol officers' interest. They began an investigation which resulted in their coordination with the Detective Bureau and railroad security people, who did an inventory and found out that over $30,000 of metal had been stolen from their scrapyard. These are things like plates, spikes that hold the crossbars in and the railroad tracks, other material that had been stolen from a storage yard here in Fayette County. The investigation revealed that several members of this group had been employed to sell these items for scrap at a scrapyard that was located out of county. Other people were involved as far as stealing it, planning the operation, and driving the vehicles that were used to steal this property. Basically, that was it. The group would steal all of this money and split it up, and everything was going just fine. Everyone was living it up until they had what they described to the detectives as a falling out, when the disagreements about how much everyone was supposed to get paid began to occur. The police conducted interviews, arrested a total of 7 individuals involved in this group, and in December of 2010 the case came to Fayette Circuit Court. It took about 10 months to resolve in Fayette Circuit Court, and ultimately these 7 individuals were all charged and convicted of various forms of theft and criminal syndicate. The ringleaders of this group, such as they were Lonnie Richmond, 48 years of age, who provided trucks, organized the group, knew where the metal was, and he has 24 priors, including 2 felonies he committed with the co-defendant in this case, Johnny Brierly. Brierly is 36 years of age. He helped load and haul the steel and recruited other people to assist. He has 11 priors, including the 2 with his co-defendant, Mr. Richmond. While this case was pending, he caught a new felony charge. Mr. Richmond was on probation for a similar theft, and I know because I prosecuted him for that case. Richmond ended up pleading guilty and being sent to prison for 10 years. Johnny Brierly went to prison for 12 years. Frankie Clem Jr. was 27 years of age. He helped load and haul the steel, and he sold it at the scrapyard. He had 13 priors. He was sentenced to 8 years, put on probation for 5 years, and within 2 months had revoked his probation and was sent to the penitentiary. Ricky Davis, 41 years of age, helped load and haul the steel and sell it at the out-of-county scrapyard. He had 14 prior convictions. He was sentenced to 8 years and put on probation for 5 years. Terry Spencer, 28 years of age, helped haul the steel. He had 9 priors, and he was sentenced to 5 years, put on probation for 5 years. Ashley Brown, 23 years of age, was one of the drivers that helped move these vehicles around. She had 10 prior convictions. She was given 2 years, probated for 4 years. Finally, Rusty Miller, 22 years of age, was a driver and also involved in selling these materials at the scrapyard. She had 2 priors, and also, while these cases were pending, caught another felony theft charge. Likewise, she was sentenced to 2 years and probated for 5 years. So that's what a criminal syndicate looks like in the real world. Not nearly as impressive as the groups of criminals that were working together in The Godfather, but still able to do $30,000 worth of damage here in Fayette County. I'm Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney Dan Laren. This has been the Case of the Week.